What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Anita's Joint. Hashtag extend the joint where every day is payday, baby. We got Manchester City versus West Ham. Little pregame for you. You're gonna hear a little bit from. I'm gonna read a little bit what they got to say before this match happens. Apparently, everybody named Mama is playing at the same time. So yeah. So yeah. There's that. All right, let's get it. So Andre says it's important for the team to go as far as they can in the Subway League Cup as they prepare to face West Ham. Says the Blues will come up against the Hammers in the Subway League Cup on Sunday, early in the morning. Last time City cruised to a 6-1 win over Aston Villa at Jolie Stadium, 2025, with a 6 point cushion at the WSL Summit. Oh, what the hell? Turning our attention to the League Cup, we are looking to finish a fantastic run in this early season, mm, securing our place in the semifinals. Meanwhile, West Ham played out a tense 2-2 draw against Liverpool. Interesting. And they're sitting in 11th place. I mean, mm, been a tough season for West Ham, maybe. It's important for our team and the club, Andre said, on progressing in the Subway League Cup. Once again, I am here because I would like to win something and I would like to win everything. But with that said, in all competitions, the goal is to go as far as we can. We want to do anything we want to do everything to win the game, and this game is part of the League Cup, and that is what we are competing in. We want to go as far as we can. Okay. That's our absolute goal, and we're giving everything we can in all competitions. It would mean a lot to go to the semifinals after this round. It's been a great fall, and many things that have happened, he said, on the performances so far. We have been able to get results, but at the same time, I'm coming in with new ideas, and they are always getting to know me. Since the process is going on, we are still winning and doing good performances, and that says we have hit the right spots. Okay. Going into next year and looking at each player, they have great ideas about how they would like to be better, and just making each player a little better would make the team better in total. Starting there, if that happens, we will definitely be better team in the spring. Okay. So City do got a lineup for us. Yamashita, Kirsten, Jade Rose, Kanak, Layla, Blanken, Brown, Hasegawa. The girl Caroline gets a start. Let's go. Grace Clinton, Lauren Hemp, our course, our goat, Bunny Shaw. And like I said, remember we've been talking about this lineup? Remember we've been talking about a Caroline, Bunny Shaw, Hemp starting three. This is the starting three we've been talking about, y'all. And so he in the midfield, he's gonna go with Grace Clinton, a little bigger size in the midfield compared to he has Grace Clinton as the bigger player in the middle, paired with a little Hasegawa and little Blanken Brown. So you see that, and then of course our back line is still the only experienced player really we have in the back line is Layla, obviously. Kirsten, Jade Rose, Kanak. I mean, not as many. Like I said, the most our experienced back line is Layla. It has to be hands down is our most experienced depth. She's she's won multiple things. Everyone else hasn't won. Think about it. Jade Rose, Kanak, Kirsten. They ain't won nothing before they came here. Ain't you know what I'm saying? Yamashita, she probably won something maybe. But everyone else, like I said, the back line is our back line is it's not solid, obviously, especially because we're still in we haven't got past once we get out of the WSL and go into Champions League, that's when we'll be able to see how our defense actually stacks up against teams that have a better attacking teams than we have. Because like I said, for us, thankfully, WSL is not full of teams with that much of offensive talent like City have. We have Bunny fucking Shaw, nigga. No other team has that. No other team has a player like Caroline. No other team has these archetypes that we have attacking wise. Lauren Hemp, attacking wise. Defensively, they may have better quality players, but if you can't score as many goals as City can score, you're cooked. You're cooked. So that's the advantage City have, still being in the WSL, not yet facing any other European teams. And thankfully, because like I said, I feel like we would be exposed, like we have been exposed in the past defensively, and just overall in general, we haven't had. This is a way better team than we've had in the past. And also on the bench, we got a much fuller bench. We got Murphy, Thomas, Pryor, Ben Lay. Shout out to our Switzerland sensation. We got Winrother, Miedema, Coombs, Alex Greenwood, and I don't know where Kiara Keatings is, but Cummings is right there. All right, real quick, let's read a little bit West Ham real quick. West Ham says after topping Group C with wins over Charlton Athletic, and Brighton Hove and Southampton, scoring a competition high of 12 goals in the process, the Hammers now take on the WSL leaders and the tournament's runner-up last year at their home stadium, I guess. Playing at home has brought the East Londoners a lot of joy this year, and they will be doing all they can to produce one last positive performance in front of the crowd. Once again, the Hammers will be managed by Steve Kirby, who is the coach following the departure of some ninja. You can watch the match on YouTube and TikTok. What the hell? Let's see. Since the opening day defeat, the reigning champions Chelsea, Manchester City have not lost a game across all competitions. Andre's side sit atop of the WSL standing, 6 points clear of Chelsea. The division's top scorers with 32 goals in 11 games, the Citizens certainly arrived to the stadium in fine form as they continue their journey to back-to-back Subway Women's League Cup final appearances. They were defeated by Chelsea, not surprised. Hasegawa had an own goal. Why you bringing up old shit, nigga? Weak ass Nick Cushing, weak ass Gareth Taylor, nigga. City were pipped to the UEFA Women's Champions League spot by points last year by local rivals. Why you bringing up old shit? Have y'all made the fucking Champions League, niggas? He's over here. How y'all gonna slander all this? Okay, so they got the defender. So Andre was a defender. Not surprised. Yeah, it says defender Laura made the move to WSL rivals Arsenal permanent this summer, while City also secured signings of goalkeeper Erta from FC Rosegarden. That's in Sweden. Like I said, we have Swedish currency due to the city director and now Andre, obviously. So I mean, I could see City go down the Swedish pipeline, but when you look at the Swedish archetypes, like who's actually really thriving for Sweden when you look at the teams, like what young archetype has made themselves known for Sweden? Because what has Sweden done besides have a botch penalty? Besides being available to be besides Sweden, like I said, the last time I seen Sweden was their botch penalties, and I'm sorry, I can't get behind a club that has to participate in the matrix like that. So I mean, do we have any Sweden players on our team? To be honest, do we? I don't think so. We don't got one Swedish player because really, what are they doing? What are they doing right now?
Question about injuries and fitness. Alba Virginia had to come off against Aston Villa. Just as an update with her, how is she?
Yeah, she's been assessed during the week, and she's a question mark for the game on Sunday. That's what I can say at the moment.
But just looking at your options at the the Villa game on the bench. Obviously, Greenwood, Clinton, Carolyn, Sidney Lohman, Imam Benet are all on the bench. I mean, now you're getting players back. How much of a boost is it to look at the bench and see those options at your disposal?
Yeah, it's fantastic to have that different options, and they are so different as players also, so they can affect the game. We can start the game in one way, but we can also change the game in different ways. So that would be so important for us to to be able to use them in different ways. So of course I'm very satisfied with that.
But also having them.
Yeah, like I said, we got to see Caroline come off the. Like I said, y'all, I didn't get to watch too much of Caroline and NWSL with North Carolina Courage, and I didn't know where she came from before she even got to the NWSL. But she's obviously a talent City was able to attract due to Bunny, and due to overall City's facility. But mainly, you think she didn't see that Bunny Shaw was over here? When you think about players you want to play with, she is one of the players you want to play with. But the fact that we've been talking about a front three like this with the Caroline, Bunny, and him, it's thank you, Andre, for listening, because we need to see this. For us as citizens, we need to see how this front three work together. Because think about it, who actually had he been playing? When I think about, oh yes, that's right, Viviana Miedema. He's been trying to play Viv and Bunny at the same time, but ultimately we don't have to. I already said she can come off the bench. That's just me personally. She can come off the bench. She don't need to start. We don't need her. She didn't score 100 goals for CD. She's an addition, but she didn't score that. She didn't. But you know what I'm saying? She's a boost, and she just got here last year. So it's like, for me, I don't give her more weight than Bunny. And that's just me. I know other collective may think, oh, she's a starter, but I've been advocate that Miedema doesn't need to start. She can come off the bench like she was coming off the bench to Alyssa Russo in Arsenal. That's just me, nigga. So this is a better this works out better for us overall, and actually have midfielders. Viviana Miedema is not a midfielder. We actually need midfielders. Grace Clinton, she was, like I said, this is such a great signing when you think about Jess Park, from a swap from Grace Clinton to Jess Park, size wise. Grace Clinton has the ability. Grace Clinton, she gotta live up to a Georgia Stanway. I'm just gonna be real, Grace. You gotta live up to her. You gotta produce what Georgia kind of did for City. And I saw flashes of that at United. But now that you're here with City, you may be able to score more goals with City. And behind a Caroline, Bunny, fucking Hemp. You know what I'm saying? So, she got to fill those shoes. Georgia really set a great standard for how the CDMs play for City. Hasegawa, of course, plays that role. But when I think about English talent, English currency, y'all need to have a Grace Clinton archetype start to produce and start to get dominant minutes over maybe Lohman, who's a German. That's what I'm saying. Grace Clinton should have favor over the lineup over Miedema, because she is an English girl and she's a youth girl. She's still growing in her development, because he's been giving Blanket Brown many, many, many opportunities, and she once again is a starter. So I'm happy for Grace. I think she's a great signing for City.
Not just in the match day squads, but also in full training as well. How much does that sort of raise the levels of competition as well, which obviously benefit in the long term too?
Yeah, that's crucial. I think that the more competition we have in the training session, and the more quality we have, the better will the sessions be, and they will drive each other to the next level. And that's where we are becoming better. It's on the sessions, and if we are having more players that is from our own squad, and then of course it's going to it's raising the bar in everything we do.
Of course, back in League Cup action on Sunday, it's the first trophy available in the season. Obviously, still a lot to do to get to that stage. But just from your perspective, if you are able to win a trophy in your first season at City, what would that mean to you and the group?
Yeah, I think that's important both for our team and of course for the club. I'm here because I would like to win something, and I would like to win everything. So, but just with that said, that all competitions that we go into, that the goal is to go as far as we can and do everything we can to win the game. So, with that said, I think this now on Sunday it's this game, and this is part of the League Cup, and that is a cup that we are competing in, and we are there because we want to go as far as we can. So for me, that's my absolute goal, and the team's absolute goal, that we are giving everything we can to all competitions that we are participating in, and this is one of them. So that would, of course, mean a lot if we can go to the semi-final or qualify for semi-final after this round.
News coming out of West Ham yesterday, they confirmed Ryan Skinner's departure as manager. Just obviously now there'll be a new coach in the dugout for them. How has that maybe impacted preparations? How differently may you have to do things on the weekend now that the manager who would have been there at the start of the week won't be there on Sunday?
Yeah, we are not thinking that much of that. I think that we'll see on Sunday if it has affected. We are preparing for how we think West Ham is going to approach the game, what they have done before, how they did a very good game against us here in the beginning of November. So there is probably things that they are bringing with them from that game, which no matter who's coaching their team probably have seen that game, and I'm pretty sure that they will do everything they can to make a difficult game for us.
Y'all remember that West Ham versus City game? I don't remember, honestly, what the scoreline was for that match. But obviously we know that City have the ability to win a lot of trophies this season. A lot of teams don't look the same. Arsenal don't look as strong. United got cooked by City. So we know the main op is obviously still Chelsea. And I mean, if that's the only team we got to beat once again, I mean, City, this collective of girls is not really Andre. It's more about the collective of women that have been with City for a little bit. It's like, okay, through Bunny, because Bunny is the main weapon we have, through Caroline, through some of these through the Japanese currency. Because remember, Fujino maybe would have been playing in this match if she didn't get hurt. But like I said, we have ability to capture something, but mainly a WSL title, mainly that one.
Yeah, just finally for me, of course, this is the last game of the calendar year. Just how do you view the City side and maybe your vision, your style so far, and maybe what are the things you'd like to see next year as we keep developing with you at the helm?
Yeah, of course, it's been a great fall. so many things has happened, but at the same time, I think we have been able to do results. But at the same time, also, I'm coming in with some new ideas, and the players has a background of how they have played before. I'm getting to know the players, they are getting to know me. So it's a process, but I think that what I'm mostly proud of that, since the process is going on, we are still winning and doing good performances. And that says something about that we have hit the right spot. We've been able to do everything in the steps and the way we want to. So the process in its way. But just looking into next year, just looking at each player, they have great ideas of how they would like to become a little bit better. We have discussions of every day, and just by making each player a little bit better will make the team better in total. So starting there and keep on working on that on everything we do. If that happen on all players, we will definitely be a better team in spring.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sam. We'll go to Zoom now. Lily?
Yes, obviously, and we still need to sign a world-class defender. We remember how we said Bunny. Remember when we said City needed to sign a world-class striker? We got one. Now we need a world-class. We got to sign another world-class defender, like a world-class defender. We need we don't need to develop a defender. We need to sign a world-class defender. We need to figure out how to attract a world-class defender to City, especially if we win the league this year. Next year, we need a world-class talent defender to come through to City Collective, because I mean, we're going to need defensive help. Like Kanak, Jade, Layla, Kirsten, all our girls are not going to, they're going to be a part of the team, but we need we need another piece defensively, in my opinion, for City. So it's going to be very interesting to see what type of archetype that is. Now, they may tell you, oh, this is the archetype we think is world class, and I'll be like, that's cap. But we do need a world class defender. We need someone that's coming through the ranks, or not coming. It's like we need some more defensive archetypes. That's just given. Okay, let me see. Because the match may have be starting pretty soon. I may have to go ahead and end the live here. But let me see. Let me go over here. Because
on this
okay, I'm gonna hop off YouTube. Maybe I'll see you over at on Twitter. I mean